Okay, Frankenstein is a movie about angels slash gargoyles fighting demons. Frankenstein has been enlisted by the angels slash gargoyles to help defeat the demons. But the demons also see him as a very strong potential ally. This film is pretty much an 80-minute action film. A lot of it did feel like I was watching cutscenes from a video game, where you would see Frankenstein dual wielding, fighting a demon that had really poor transformations that gave to a nice looking practical mask more often than not. But then when he would defeat them, they would kind of like explode in like a swirl of flames. If the good guys were killed, they became a beam of light that shot up into the sky. They made very good mentions that, humans are to not get involved, but if you were to see the amount of destruction they do in this film, and the fact that there's giant flares of fire and giant beams of light rocketing towards the sky, I think humans figure out something's going on. The special effects are very, very inconsistent, though. The way the gargoyles look, tremendous amount of detail into them. Sometimes when they're destroyed, you can obviously tell that they're people just swinging with a blue screen at stuff. And then as things are exploding and dying around them, there's an obvious thing that someone was placed surrounded by random CGI. I can say that I've seen worse movies. This isn't an extremely great film. Seeing Aaron Eckhart and face off against Bill Nighy in all of his Nighiness was pretty decent. From an action standpoint, it works. People said it reminds them a lot of Underworld. I think Underworld is like miles ahead of this. I'm trying to remember how many humans there are in this film. You will know those people who were from the Underworld franchise. I think they did a pretty good job when it came to casting the male lead, the female lead, your female supporting. I like Bill Nighy in roles. So I think your primary cast here is done pretty well. I just think this movie had maybe some time to fill in gaps. Like it's pretty much like, oh, you're Frankenstein, and we saw you descend a demon, we think you should join our order, okay. Jump forward 2 centuries. So what? Did you pretty much? You might as well. I know why they do that in films. Why they have you take place in olden times, then jump forward, because you can do olden times set pieces. All right, screw that. Modern day. So not a tremendously horrible film. I was doing a list and I'm at like well over 1,000 films. So, not the worst film I've ever seen. Not a tremendously great film. But when it comes to a movie that's got gargoyles that are rendered very well, demons that have pretty good practicals, and Frankenstein, this is probably your best bet for a non-sci-fi film. Sci-fi as in the channel.